So Edward Snowden posted this. They've gone full mask off. Do not ever trust OpenAI, which creates ChatGPT. And the problem is ChatGPT is the AI that is used by a million other products. Much of it is coming from OpenAI. So you don't even know what's coming from OpenAI and isn't. And so it says OpenAI and ChatGPT have gone full mask off. There is only one reason for appointing a former NSA director, the head of the NSA, to their board. This is a willful, calculated betrayal of the rights of every person on Earth. You have been warned. This is AI, one of the most powerful AI systems in the world, absolutely connected straight up to the U.S. empire. This is from Business Insider, which is not even an indie outlet. Why OpenAI is getting harder to trust. There are creepy undercover security guards outside its offices in San Francisco. It just appointed a former NSA director to its board, and its internal working group meant to promote the safe use of artificial intelligence has effectively disbanded. In its latest eyebrow-raising move, the company said Friday it had appointed former NSA director Paul Nakasone to its board of directors. In addition to leading the NSA, is it Nakasone or Nagasone? I don't know how Italian he's trying to sound there. Was the head of the U.S. Cyber Command, the cybersecurity division of the Defense Department. OpenAI says they're hiring him because it represents its commitment to safety and security. When was the last time you saw someone get in bed with the NSA and go, this represents safety and security? When was the last time you saw the NSA doing some shit and you were like, thank goodness for that safety and security? Or do you see the NSA doing some shit and you go, oh, U.S. empire surveilling and controlling everyone? That's the purpose of the NSA. Even one of the guys who created the NSA's most powerful tools, Bill Benny, turned into a whistleblower and said the NSA is surveilling all of you. Let's continue from this article and learn more about the safety and security at OpenAI. OpenAI's dedication to its mission aligns closely with my own values and experience in public service, Nakasone said in the statement. I look forward to contributing to OpenAI's efforts to ensure artificial general intelligence is safe and beneficial to people around the world that we'll be tracking. Snowden said the intersection of AI with the ocean of mass surveillance data that's been building up over the past 2 decades is going to put truly terrible powers in the hands of an unaccountable few. Senator Mark Warner, sleazeball extraordinaire, a Democrat from Virginia and the head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, on the other hand, described Nakasone's hiring as a huge get. Mark Warner's an absolute piece of human garbage who was one of the faces of the Russiagate hoax, Russiagate bullshit, and has excitedly stood up for attacking anyone and imprisoning and harming and destroying the lives of journalists who dare reveal that Russiagate was garbage. AI is getting exponentially more powerful, and it already is insanely powerful. And we are quickly headed to a time where most jobs will be taken away, which, as I've said, if we dealt with that like adults who actually had functioning brain cells, we would make that a good thing. Hey, your slave wage job that you hated is gone, but now you can have a wonderful life without that. But we don't treat it that way. Most of the writing jobs, unless it's truly kind of crazy creative writing, is going to be, they're all going to be gone. All of the driving jobs, transportation is like 1/6 of all jobs across the United States. They're all going to be gone soon. And you know, these are just few examples. The video editing, video marketing, image design, they're all going to be gone in max, 10 years. We should deal with it appropriately and go, this is wonderful. Hey, the things that people hated doing that they were just doing to survive are going away. Let's have a wonderful utopian society where everyone's taken care of and we all can pursue passions and pursue art for art's sake rather than art that has to get dollars and money Could be a wonderful thing in so many ways. But instead, in our systems, in our market economy, in our capitalist ravenous insanity, no technology ever works like that. Yes, there are some benefits to the average person, but the greatest benefits are given or taken really by the most powerful people and richest people in the country, the richest companies, the richest corporations, the richest human beings, along with the government that they control. That's where the benefits of this AI will go. It will go to the military first and foremost. It will go to the police first and foremost. It will go to the tiny number of people that control the systems, the managerial class that control the systems will get those benefits first, and will fire all of the people that are no longer necessary. Just to use one example, I live next to a very sweet woman. I don't know her well. We've had 5 conversations, And I think she's like a grandmother living alone or something, a young grandmother. Her job that she does every day and makes a fine living at is taking reports and summarizing them and giving them to her bosses. So she takes 30 pages of reports and turns them into a page and gives them to her boss who needs to know that information. Now that will absolutely, that could almost be gone now, judging by how ChatGPT works. But let's assume that whatever company or wherever she works takes a while to implement it. That job will be gone in 2-3 years. And she's probably worked there 30 years. And again, these are just examples of how we're massive shifts of our society. But along with that is going to be mass surveillance of a brand that we actually haven't seen yet. And I know you go, well, we're already mass surveilled. And that's absolutely true. We're already all surveilled in one form or another. But one of the things that has barely kept us with some level of freedom, whatever level of freedom we have. I don't know. You can argue about whether we actually have freedom in this country or in the world. But one of the little bit of freedom we have left is that there is so much information flooding all of these systems. I mean, the amount of tweets I put out alone. But I'm just saying there's so much information. Every bing from your phone when you're going somewhere. Every block it's monitoring your where you're going, where you're coming from, every penny you've spent on a credit card. All of this insane amounts of information is too much for true surveillance of everyone. Now they can surveil one individual very easily. If I'm on their list, or if someone gets on their list of someone the NSA really wants to track, they can find out their every move as long as they're not walking through the woods spending cash dollars, which most people are not. AI will soon make it easily possible, and I don't know how close this day is, for all of that insane amounts of information to be sifted through AI, and AI will go, here are the problem people. Here are the people that need to be watched, that are actually dangerous to the empire simply by the amount they know or the amount they're putting out, the amount of information, the amount of live streams they do. That information will be used to surveil us in a whole other level, at a whole other level than we're currently used to. This is all just examples of how AI is going to change everything. Now, of course, you might have a little more hope for AI if it weren't getting in bed with the NSA right now. You might have a little more hope that things are going to be okay if it weren't in bed with the NSA. But then again, this is just standard for advances in technology. There's massive advances in technology in one area or another, and they are immediately snatched up by the ruling powers. I mean, for example, social media was a big advancement in technology, right? And we now know that from just about its earliest days, or almost its earliest days, In-Q-Tel, the CIA's venture capital unit, was involved with Google, Facebook, PayPal. There's images of a young little Elon Musk when he was at the top of PayPal, meeting with the CIA because he was close with the CIA. PayPal was. Sure enough, if they weren't captured early, they'll be captured later. They all were in bed with these early on. And one that was not in bed with these organizations, these ruling elite, one popular social media platform that was not connected to the ruling elite of the United States. Does everyone know which one I'm going to say? TikTok. TikTok was a problem because the sticky fingers of the U.S. empire were not all up in it. And yes, I meant that for that. I meant for that to be dirty. We're not all up in it. And so what did they do? Well, they passed a law saying you need to let our sticky fingers deep inside you. Sans consent. No consent.